What's up, everybody? Today is the Season 1 Reloaded update of Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, of course. So we're going to go through the patch notes. Patch notes came out this morning like usual. Before I get into that, I will be live this afternoon, thinking like 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern, for playing this update. If you want to come check me out live, Twitch is linked down below. And the patch notes, of course, will be linked down below, as well as my other social medias. But let's go ahead and start running through these patch notes. There is a lot of bug fixes at the bottom, so I'm going to kind of skim through them and just try to highlight important ones as I notice them. I'll be honest, I haven't read through all them. So the global things changing with Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone are they adjusted geometry and appearance of Gaia and Gaia Black Cell, also nicknamed Groot, operator skins in an effort to increase visibility, so those will be back. I don't think that there is anything else super important in the customization here. Maps, we are getting the night vision Gulag. The players will utilize the same list of weapon loadouts as the normal Gulag. All existing Gulag public events like Go Again and Locked and Loaded also have a chance to occur in the night vision Gulag, and the night vision Gulags at random and is a rare and special occurrence. Just a dark Gulag with night vision goggles. I'm really interested to see how this plays because the normal Gulag has bad lighting and it's hard to see. Maybe night vision goggles make it so you can see everything, and it'll be the preferred Gulag until they fix lighting, but they do need to fix the lighting in the Gulag. The night vision Gulag is one of the new additions to the overall Gulag experience for Warzone, completing the new public events direction. With this new entry, we are adding a Gulag experience that manifests changes to the visuals and gameplay. The night vision Gulag brings opportunities for new stories and new ways of approaching the fight to return to Warzone. Where it's no longer just based on who gets visual on the other player first, but who has the better positioning and the ability to disappear. A critical gameplay element in any battle royale. Prepare to outposition the enemy. Overall map polish. In an effort to provide players with a smoother, more immersive experience, our teams put in an extensive effort identifying and addressing various concerns with map geometry. We're happy to share thus far we've fixed over 50 mantle spots, over 50 mounting spots, fixed over 150 areas affected by clipping, fixed over 20 known exploitable areas, and improved lighting in 43 buildings. The two biggest parts of this are the 50 mantle spots and the lighting in 43 buildings. Of course, the exploitable areas are an important fix, but people don't exploit them as much as you would think, thank God. And then the 150 areas affected by clipping, it'll be interesting to see. I think they're talking about the visual clipping with the buildings coming through, but if they're talking about physical clipping, that just means it helps fix this mantle spot issue. Modes. Part of our commitment to Warzone is the continuous monitoring of community sentiment, player engagement data, and the pursuit of fun new experiences. Among the recent additions, Urzikstan Resurgence stands out, having garnered unprecedented engagement from a Resurgence mode on a big map. I don't know who they're talking about. I don't know anybody that really likes that mode, especially over Vondel or even Ashika. I think most people would rather even play Ashika Resurgence. We understand that with a large, diverse player base comes varied preferences, but we prioritize introducing and rotating in modes that perform exceptionally well to ensure an enjoyable gaming experience for as many players as we can reach. You can see for this week, we have regular solos, duos, trios, quads. For Urzikstan Resurgence, they're doing Urzikstan POI rotation quads, Vondel and Ashika solos and duos, and Vondel and Ashika quads. It's a shame there's no trios, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. Plunder, Urzikstan quads, Lockdown, Vondel quads. Weapon adjustments. The big thing to highlight out of this big paragraph here is, in an update coming in the near future, we'll also be shipping additional changes to the Interceptor and reducing the medium to long range viability of the Swarm. Hopefully they do more than the medium to long range viability of the Swarm. Hopefully they nerf it a little up close, but it's really disappointing that there's no nerf for either the Interceptor or the Swarm in this big mid-season update. So let's start going through these. The Holger was buffed. Its max damage was increased. That's just up close, so don't expect the Holger to become meta. M13 max damage was reduced to 23 from 25. Near mid damage reduced and min damage reduced, so it was nerfed in every damage range. The MCW, the max damage was increased to 28 up from 24. Near mid damage increased to 24 up from 20. This makes it sound more like it's going to be a better sniper support. Maybe it'll be better on Resurgence, but it's not going to be a good Urzikstan AR, other than if you just need a gun to hit your shots. The 16.5-inch MCW Cyclone Long Barrel, the damage range benefits reduced, velocity benefits reduced, hipfire and tac stance penalty reduced, sprint to fire penalty increased. So a nerf to that barrel. And the RB Regal Heavy Stock, gun kick benefit reduced, horizontal and vertical benefit reduced, mobility penalties increased, and sprint to fire penalty increased. So the RB Regal Heavy Stock got a nerf as well. Battle Rifle, the MTZ 762, max damage reduced, near mid damage reduced, and mid damage reduced, so it got nerfed at every range. Expect the Bass P to be the AR/BR meta going forward once the Interceptor does get its nerf. Unfortunately, all light machine guns were nerfed, or all Modern Warfare 3 light machine guns were nerfed, except for the Holger. Maybe the Holger takes a place into the meta now, but the Bruin, max and min damage reduced. DG, LSW, max and min damage reduced. Pulemyot, max and min damage reduced. They're all equivalent, so the Pulemyot may still be the meta there. Tac Eradicator, max damage and min damage reduced, and that got a bigger reduction than the DG, LSW, or the Pulemyot. And it's just the Pulemyot aftermarket part. The regular Pulemyot didn't get touched, so that may be the meta. We'll see today and for the rest of the week. Submachine guns, AMR, max damage, near mid damage, and mid damage all increased, so the AMR got a nerf at all ranges. The ISO 9mm from MWIII, the max damage reduced, near mid damage reduced, mid damage reduced, and far mid damage reduced, so it got nerfed in literally all damage ranges. The Rival 9, slight reduction horizontal recoil, and the MTZ Marauder stock fire aim stability benefit reduced by 5%. I don't know why they nerfed a stock, slightly buffed the horizontal recoil. The Rival 9 needs a TTK buff. Keep up. The Striker 9 near mid damage increase and mid damage increased, so that also got a buff in the closer range where it matters for an SMG. Still, the Striker 9 is not going to take over the Striker or the Swarm. The Cat AMR, the Zang 34 barrel damage range benefits reduced by 9%, velocity benefit reduced by 8%. So that is a slight nerf to the Cat AMR because that is the barrel that you want to use, especially on Urzikstan. Maybe not for Resurgence, but on Urzikstan, you definitely want to use that barrel. I definitely think this is a good nerf. I still think it needs a little bit of bullet drop added to it. I'm happy with the one-shot sniper being in the game. It just needs a little bullet drop. But hey, with the velocity benefit and the damage range, well, the damage range won't matter because it's one-shot headshot no matter what. But with the velocity benefit to that barrel being reduced, that is a nice nerf for the Cat AMR. We just need a little bit more of a nerf, in my opinion. But we'll have to see when we use it. Ammunition, attachment adjustments, ammunition, the 50 cal Spire Point rounds, which is one of the main attachments, ran on the Cat. The damage range benefit increased by 2%, but the bullet velocity reduced by 19%. So that is effectively going to be another Cat AMR nerf. I'm sure the Spire Point rounds will still be worth using because you still do get a velocity benefit, which, you know, you're going to need, especially with the barrel also having be reduced. So I'm sure that'll still be a meta attachment for the Cat. Then you have the 410 gauge Dragon's Breath, near, mid, and mid damage reduced. Same with the 12 gauge Dragon's Breath. I think they should reduce up close damage too, but whatever. Shotguns aren't super popular right now. Laser, SL Razor Hawk Laser Light. Increased ADS speed benefit, increased sprint to fire benefit. FSS OLE Laser reduced the ADS speed benefit only by 2% and reduced the sprint to fire benefit by only 4%. Still a significant nerf considering that is the meta laser, unless you absolutely don't want to be visible. Then we have the FTAC Grimline Laser, reduced the sprint to fire benefit by 7%. And the Verdant Hookbox Laser increased the sprint to fire benefit by 3%. And finally, the muzzle, the XRK Nightfall Suppressor. Damage range benefit reduced, velocity benefit reduced, recoil benefit reduced, ADS penalty reduced, sprint to fire penalty increase. I don't know who's using the XRK Nightfall Suppressor on what gun, but it was nerfed. Gameplay. Champions Quest makes its debut in Urzikstan with new tricks up its sleeve to test the very best players in Warzone. New steps to acquire each element will push you to your limit and keep the action hot and spicy, just the way we like it. To earn Champions Quest tokens, win 30 games total in a season or 50 consecutive matches, whichever comes first. So I assume if you win 30 games, don't get the nuke, you'll have to win 30 games again or 5 matches in a row. Only one token can be held at a time. The previously mentioned steel mechanic will arrive in a later season. Details on how this works will be released alongside. Needless to say, we're eager to see who the first victors are with this new experience. This was supposed to come when the nuke came, and I think the nuke was actually supposed to come for launch, so it's disappointing to see the steel mechanic is coming in a later season. It's an interesting mechanic added to nukes, but if it's added in Season 3, Season 4, and not even Season 2, we're going to be looking at only having it for half of the lifespan before they give us a new map. They'll probably take nuke away again, and it'll be a whole cycle again. Deployable buy stations. Loot underneath a deployed buy station will be removed to prevent overlap and difficulties interacting with the device. The radius of this removal is slightly larger than the device itself. So that will mean loot will disappear. Do not throw deployable buy station on top of loot that you want, or that loot will disappear. Black sites was updated the spawn behavior of black sites so that they're more focused towards the center circle. Good, because so many times, I've found a black site key a handful of times now, or complete a stronghold, and the black site is like out of the first circle. Ridiculous. Zip lines improve the ability to interact and attach to zip lines. Hopefully that means you don't have to look up to attach, that you can just be under it and attach, because I think that's what everybody wants. Change interaction behavior to allow players to loot items on the ground near zip line. That might counteract what I just said. We'll have to get in the game and see, of course. Tracker grenade. Fix an issue with the tracker grenade incorrectly showing up as a snapshot grenade on the loot card. Underwater rebreather. Fix an issue with a rebreather that would make using it more difficult. The item should now have all 4 of its charges available from the start. Vehicle respawn. Vehicles will now respawn after being destroyed. That's an interesting update. I think that's good for like plunder, zombies, DMZ when it was a thing. I don't think you should do that. I think vehicles should be limited in BR, especially as strong as an LTV can be, and helicopters. Covert Exfil and weapon case update. Stay tuned for further details on the previously announced Covert Exfil and weapon case feature set for a release in future. They got super negative feedback on the Covert Exfil. I don't think necessarily the weapon case, but they said on Twitter last week that they were going to change it so it'll be a playlist in the future. Perks EOD will now clamp damage to 120 down from 150, a very needed change to make EOD more useful. Quick fix, fix an issue preventing health regeneration to occur after inserting an armor plate. Killstreak's bomb drone increasing the warning range to 14 meters up from 6 meters, that's big. UI, UX, altitude, arrow improvements, quality of life. We've made improvements to the way that altitude arrows appear above and below on the mini-map and TAC map to help players better navigate their way towards objectives. Audio. Our team has been diligently working on making adjustments to the audio experience in Warzone. In addition to the changes outlined below, we are actively exploring further improvements with some plan for parachutes in an upcoming season. So we're still not going to hear parachutes the way we should, but every audio step in the right direction is a positive thing in my mind. So I will take any bits of audio fixes and any update we can get, although it's pretty sad how bad the audio is and how bad it's always been in Warzone. Audio occlusion improvements have been made to audio occlusion in Urzikstan, so that's essentially sound priority. Do you hear? And the ability for sounds to come through a wall next to you. Plain audio adjustments have been made to the audio in the infill exfil airplane. Don't really care. Music channels adjusted cinematic music so that it is no longer entirely on gameplay channels rather than cine, sin, sign, whatever. I don't know how that affects the way other audio comes through, especially when I have my music volume at 0. So I don't know how helpful that is. Allied sounds reduce the volume of friendly slides, jumps, and lands to better distinguish between friendly and enemy behavior. I'd be fine if allies just didn't have any sounds. Now we're to the long line of bug fixes, of course, which this is one of the key things if you really care about reading, that you should go check this out on your own. But for bug fixes, I'm trying to skim and get the important ones. Fix an issue that allowed players to clip through geometry using zip lines or ascender. Fix an issue causing players to get stuck in a loop and preventing them from being revived if they were down while plating. That only happened to me once, and I was ready to smash something. Fix an issue preventing equipped Gulag tokens from awarding cash when Gulag closes. Fixed an issue that allowed loadout duplication if a player left the match. That's mostly important in the Gulag. Fix an issue preventing bomb drones from appearing on the mini-map or TAC map. Let's see. Fix an issue. Uneven party sizes would not see each other in the squad widget. That's good. So when, we've probably all gotten, it's especially big on Resurgence when you get like 3 people loading into quads and that one person doesn't show up on your squad. The one random that you get, causing player. Fix an issue causing player statistics to not track properly if they left a match prior to the end of the exfil sequence. Let's see, fixed an issue. Fix an issue causing a delay for the loot crate markers to appear after picking up a scavenger contract. Let's see, fix an issue, that's not important, not super important. Preventing the maps and rotation plays from appearing on the menu. Not super important. Fix an issue causing doors on certain buildings to behave erratically. Fix an issue causing black site keys to spawn in unintended modes. Let's see, fix an issue causing stronghold loot caches to spawn in unintended locations. So if you ever can't find the loot crate, or it just seems like there is none in a stronghold, that should fix it. Let's see. Is there any other super important ones? Fix an issue causing players to be redeployed under the map in resurgence modes. I didn't even know that was a thing. Fix an issue causing some weapon models to disappear while aiming down sights. Let's see. Fixing, let's see, still nothing. Let's see, still nothing major. Fix an issue allowing the heartbeat sensor to be used after the battery's depleted. Fix an issue causing the gas mask HUD effect to remain on screen after stowing or equipping the gas mask. That one was frustrating. Fix an issue that caused players to lose the Gulag match despite successfully using the vertical ascender during overtime. Didn't have that issue. Let's see. Fix an issue dev error while attempting to rejoin a private match. Fix an issue causing incorrect player levels. Don't care. Let's see. I don't think there's anything super major in here at this point anymore. I'm sure everything major was higher at the top. Let's see. Fix an issue causing menu to perform poorly. Perform poorly occasionally. Black screen. One's important. Fixed an issue that would kick the player back to the main menu while navigating operator selection. That was frustrating. Fixed an issue causing simulation options to appear on the ping wheel while a player was down. Fixed an issue causing extended respawn times in the live lobby following multiple deaths. Fixed an issue causing weapon reserve ammunition to appear on the gunsmith menu. Fixed an issue that would cause unintended behavior during infill if a player was previously tethered to an ascender. And fixed an issue causing plate carriers to appear in-game as armor vests. That's really it. That's kind of skimming through the bugs. That's not really super important. But like I said, I will be live, I don't know, like probably 3 to 4 Eastern, maybe 5 o'clock. I'll be live this afternoon, though. Twitch will be linked down below. Hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Of course, like I said, the patch notes will be linked down below, as well as all my social medias. If you want to check those out, feel free. I always do appreciate follows, likes, comments on all platforms. And while you're scrolling down, don't forget that like button, that subscribe button, that YouTube notification button. I want to get back into start making meta and loadout videos, so hit that notification bell so you know when that comes out, as well as other content. But I will see you on Urzikstan, Ashika, and Vondel. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.